Come on, baby, let's go outside. Come on, baby, let's go outside. Come on, let's go outside. Come on, babies. Uh-oh, there they go. They're going in the creek. All right, so I got them barricaded in here so they can't run. I got them secluded to the deck. Now I just need to find one, pick one, and start washing. And this is freezing cold water, and they freaking hate it. Who wants a treat? Addie, you want a treat? Come here, baby. Oh, yeah, she's coming, sucker. Come here, Addie. Come here, babies. You want a treat? Oh, they're both coming. Oh, who wants a treat? Oh, Charlie wants a treat. Charlie's not gonna like this. Charlie's not gonna like this. As you can see, this whole dog wash system we have going on is not very good. Water's freezing. I'm bending over. I'm soaking wet now. I bet there's a better way.
I know there's a better way.
I just hope the dogs fit inside this thing.
What in the world are you doing?
What? You don't measure your dog all the time? Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. I'm gonna have to sneak up on this one.
Okay, y'all. Sit down. Get off. Y'all sit. Everybody sit.
Oh, you missed her. Go get her. Go get her. Go get her. Addie.
Talk about this dog. What am I building? A heated dog bath. I must really love my wife and Nana because they coerced me into building this thing. So we are building an outdoor dog bath that's going to have hot water for our puppies. We have 4. Some people don't think we have 4, but we do, and I'm going to show a lineup of them just so you all know. But you'll see them in the video. You'll see all 4 of them. And a couple of them are getting older, so they have a hard time, you know, getting into a tub or something like that. And so we're just going to make this as easy as possible. So the way we're going to do this is going to be my base. Because, again, I want it up in the air a little bit. I don't want to have to bend down. And then this is going to be, it's a little heavy, so this is going to be our tub. This is going to be our tub. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it like something like this where there's going to be a platform, a little step up here. For Haley, she's the black one. She's the older one, and she can't get into this thing. So we're going to make a platform to get into this. And now, again, Nana can't pick these dogs up. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to cut a section of this tub out so that Haley can do and get into the tub. And then we're going to have a few other options on this thing that we'll talk about later. But the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out how big I need the platform. Because I don't want it to be super big. I want it to be pretty much the kind of the width of this tank. How much step I need. I'm going to get our tank where it needs to go. I'm going to get this platform cut down. And then I'm going to get this tank cut out. And I think that's going to be what we're looking at today. So I guess let's start cutting. I don't know. What are you girls doing? No. So I have to take into consideration how much space I have up at the top of where this is going to go. So I pulled some measurements up there. I think 6 foot is about what I want as far as the length of my platform. Nana got locked out. What in the world? Frickin' Nana. I guess the dog learned how to open up the gate. It's like a frickin' circus around here every day, I swear. What we're going to do is, there's Nana's greenhouse, is we're gonna put it back here. So there's the water source that we're gonna use. And it's gonna go, excuse my tape pulling here, but it's gonna go elongated this way. Like that. And that's what I said, the 6 foot is right there. So even if it came off that a little bit to like the edge of the house, there's my 6 foot. So that's gonna be the whole thing. Everything is all compact right here, kind of away from everything. You don't really see it from anywhere. Actually, it's kind of just a hidden little area, which actually works out perfect for the dogs. So it'll be great. I have this thing set up pretty close to the edge here. I have it just off the edge on this side. I don't want a lot of the platform overhanging just because I don't want it to be in the way. But I do want to make sure that this thing sits solid on the platform. And what I'll do is I'll just put some screws in the bottom and screw it to the platform so it doesn't move. So, what this is going to do, like I said, is this is going to leave almost a foot of space, like a step, for Haley to get into. I don't want to have these corners here. I definitely don't want to whack my shin on that. So I need to just cut these off. And I could just take a jigsaw and just kind of eyeball it. But usually what I'll do is I'll just find an old paint can or just a paint can laying around. And I'll just stick it on there. Put it point to point. Do the same over here. That way I know at least they look the same. I mean, I know it's not critical, but at least aesthetically they look, that's a big word. Aesthetically, they look the same, like that. And then just for safe measure, I'll hit it with the Palmer. Hit it with that Arnold Palmer. I don't know if you guys catch that on the Perkins channel and on my behind the scenes, but anytime we use something like that, we give it a name. Like that would be called the Arnold Palmer, and just stupid things like that to keep the day going smooth. Charlie, come here. Oh, come on, boys. Oh my gosh, my team is terrible.
I thought I heard you in here. What are you doing?
Oh, you know, just some football, some DraftKings Sportsbook, and the camper.
I mean, you're taking this a little too far, Ellis. We talked about football at the lake, but dude, you're in the yard.
I realize that, but you know what? I might not have the lake, but you know what I do have? Peace and quiet, my own little sanctuary. It's awesome. All right, so you want to watch football Jay's way? Super easy. Get yourself a camper, park it in the front yard. I'm just joking. You don't have to do that. But what you do have to do is you have to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use my promo code JAYSWAY when you sign up, and all new customers will get $200 in bonus bets when you place just a $5 wager. Yeah, you heard me right. All new customers place a $5 bet and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So whether you're a college football fanatic or a diehard NFL fan, DraftKings has betting options for you. And if you're like me, where sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and still have a shot to get some skin in the game. So one more time for the people in the back. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code JAYSWAY when signing up, and all new customers get $200 in bonus bets when you place just a $5 wager. Again, that's promo code JAYSWAY only at DraftKings Sportsbook. So again, thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring today's video. And like one of my subscribers said, let's get this thing on a neutral. So we need to find a place for this thing to dry. That might work. Let's see if I can get it back there without getting too dirty. Come on. Come on. Alright, so we're going to cut this out. Now, obviously I went to look symmetrical, so I got to try to figure out a way to make it the same cut on both sides. How in the world am I going to do that? Any suggestions? You guys, a little late for now. A little late to ask that. I don't really know if this is going to help me or not, but this is kind of what I came up with. I've established that the width of this thing is like 25.5. So 12 3/4 and 12 3/4 would be 25.5. So I'm going to lay 2 tape measures across there. Now I'm going to run my chalk line at 12 3/4 across both of these. 12 3/4. So I mean that to me looks like it should be half. Again, I don't know if this is going to do anything for me or not, but we're going to try it. Okay. So that should be half, or the middle, I'm sorry. Should be the middle of that. Which, that looks pretty good. And then now what I need to do is I need to somehow take the same distance around this way and around that way. Oh, you know what? I think Stephanie has a fabric tape measure or fabric measure. You know, one of the loose ones that will curve around that. Let me go get that and then I'll be right back. Like 19 inches. That's plenty of space for her to get into. Come here, babies! Oh, not you. I don't need you. I don't need... There's what I need. I need Haley. Come here, baby. Come here for a second. Come here. Come here. Okay, she's less than a foot. I think she's losing weight. And that way it still kind of keeps the aesthetic look of the tub without getting too much. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's put that now. Let's get that up on this platform again. Get it, girl. Get that creek. Get that creek, Charlie. Get that creek. Get the creek. Get that creek. The thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to cut it all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to leave just a little lip just so that if there's some water in there, it just doesn't come flowing out the back. And then I'm also going to put a drain in it. So that way the water goes straight down through the deck and doesn't flow out the back. So I'm going to leave it up a little bit. I don't know how much. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 inches. That's not much. Haley can step over that, no problem, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to square these down, square that down. I'll get a mark across here at 2 inches and then cut it. Voila! There she is. Back. It's a good thing I cut out the back. So that's going to be the entrance. Up on the platform, jump on in and get your scrub-a-dub on. Now obviously this is super jagged. So what I need to do is I'm going to hit it with something. Let's see what I have in here. I probably have, let's see, that's a steel grind solid. This is a Dewalt something. And then I got this thing fast cut from Jamie's. If I just hit it with this thing, let me clean this up a little bit and then figure out what the next step is. I don't even really know what I need to do next, but we're going to get it. It's getting there. It's getting there. Next on the agenda is this. I'm going to play Master Plumber. And I bought a drain for it. And I guess this is for 2 reasons. Reason 1 is that when the dogs are in there, I don't want it to be all full of nasty water. I do want it to drain out. And also, it's going to be outside. So if it rains, I don't want it to be filled with water. Always have water in it. So I'm going to put this little kitchen drain in that I found. I'm just going to stick it down here towards the end somewhere. Probably right where they come in. That way, what I'll do is when I put this thing in, I'll pitch it a little bit. I mean, a tiny. Pitch it a little bit towards the back end, and that way it'll go down in the drain. So I don't have a 4-inch hole saw, so I'm going to have to jigsaw this. Hopefully this is not real thick metal. So again, I just want to find the center of this thing, put it towards the back somewhere there, and get it marked and jigsaw this hole out of here. So I just used the same concept. I found the center points, which I think one was there. Yep, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a quarter, and I just ran a straight line through. So that's the center, and then I just outlined my drain. Now that's the outside of my drain, so I don't want it to be that big. So I want to take it in probably a 1/4 inch all the way around so that this thing seals in there and it doesn't fall right through. So yeah, I'm gonna cut that smaller. I just need to find something a little bit smaller than that so that I can get it cut. The thing is, I don't want to keep that in there because remember, this is going to be sitting on that base. So what I need to do is once I get this thing up and on the base where it's going to go, what I'll do is I'll mark out this in my base because this is going to have to stick through the base. And then I have a small piece of pipe that I'll cut to length that will go down out the bottom of the base and just right onto the deck. I think I'm to the point where I could probably put this thing on now. So it says to use putty, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that putty stuff, but you know what I do know about? I know about a little Lexel. So we're just going to put a little Lexel bead on this. It ain't never going to go anywhere. It ain't going to leak. It ain't going to move. It ain't going to go anywhere ever. Get the creek. Get that creek. Get that creek. Come on. So before I went ahead and put all this together in this dog wash, I wanted to get this thing out and make sure it worked. I am not sponsored by Gasland. I just found this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description and I'll let you know how it goes. But so it's pretty easy. You saw the time lapse of me setting it up. All it is, it comes with the gas line already established, which is awesome. And it's just got a connection for the tank, just like your regular barbecue does. So all you gotta do is turn it on. There's no gas fittings or anything you have to mess with, which is really good because I'm not really good with gas. Next, you just hook your wand up here. It also comes with a hanger, which we'll put up too to hang up the wand. And then you just run your garden hose to it. So the water is already on, the pressure's already on. So as you can hear, Martha, if you come real close to this thing, come on closer, closer, closer. When I hit this wand, 2D batteries is all it's in it. You'll hear the gas click on. So it's the water pressure, the flow of the water that clicks the igniter that turns the gas on. So listen real careful. You hear that?
Yeah, I heard
Okay,
it.
so that's the gas. So Nan, if you want to back up a little bit. And what's cool is it tells you right here. So I'm pumping 90 degrees right now. So it's got a temperature thing here. I'm going to pump this up a little bit. Now I'm going 91, 93, 95.
Wow.
Watch this. I'm going to crank the heat up. 100, 102, 104, 106, 108. We're going to scald these dogs. So
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this way down. I think right around 100 is probably the perfect temperature for these guys. Let's talk about where we're going to put our legs. Again, this is going to have legs underneath it, 6x6 legs. So I'm thinking probably one here and here would be good. And then I could probably do one here and here would be good. And then probably one here and here would definitely be sufficient. And I am pumping through this thing. Okay, so I got those legs cut, and I'm just going to put a coat of paint on the top and bottom of those. Again, you're not going to see it, but I'm just thinking extra protection from the weather. So next, let's talk about this 4x4. All right, so this 4x4 is going to go like this. All right. And what it's going to do is it have a leash right here. Again, this is going to be up here. So it'll have a leash here somewhere. And then it'll have the nozzle. Now the Trizniski part. That's what Jamie always says, Trizniski. is I need to get these legs screwed in. It's not going to be fun, I'll tell you that much. But let's do this. Let's get one there. Get one over here somewhere. That's about where those are going to go. And then what I can probably do is I could probably just prop one up down here. Prop me up beside the jukebox. Alrighty. Got her up here on the deck. Come on in, Nana. Let's check this bad boy out. So there are a few things I had to add up here on the deck that I didn't add in the garage. One is this awesome mat here that Nana put down. It's a good idea. She had it laying around. It was not being used, so she figured it'd be great for the dogs to stand on, kind of good for their paws. I got my leash here. I just took an old lead. I cut it, drilled a hole through that pipe, and I'm just using that. And what this is for is when the dogs come in, we'll strap them in so they can't run anywhere. Especially, Nana, if you're doing this by yourself, this is great. Because if I'm doing it, with Stephanie, we can hold the dogs. That's no problem. But if you're doing it by yourself, there's no way she's going to be able to hold these dogs, lather them, do all that stuff. Impossible. But this, latch them in, they ain't going anywhere. It's awesome.
Ellie Bucks.
Yeah, she's like this. As you can see here, I got a towel here. I got a little hook hanging up back here for their towel. So that way they feel important, like they're at the spa or something. They got their towel hanging. And then the other thing that I have back here, and we didn't really talk much about this, and you can see from the base, I put this square in here. And what this is this is my propane tank. So obviously I didn't want that just sitting out looking junky. So I bought this on Amazon. I could have probably built one out of wood, but you know what? That looks so much better. It's weatherproof. It's easy. I got my hoses all hooked up. I think it looks great. I don't think it's an eyesore at all. And it's ready to rock and roll. And the only thing left to do is to wash these dogs. All right, so we need to find these beasts. Come here, babies. Anybody want a bath? Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, look at you. First victim, the first dog. Come here, babies.
Well, we may as well start with the toughest one.
Yeah. All right, let's put her down in here and see how this works. One down, three to go. Where's our next victim?
You did so good. Next.
I'm the next victim.
Addison.
She definitely does not want to go in. Come here. Come on. It's okay. Come here. Okay. It's okay, baby. Watch. Be all nice. This is. Watch. Oh. Down. Good girl.
Good girl.
Jake. Addie was like, sucker, you're next.
Ellie. Oh, hi, baby. Good girl. Good girl, Elle. Good girl.
So far, she was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Elle.
She's a good girl.
All right, let's go find the big beast now. No, doggy's out.
Come on.
Come on, Haley. The old lady's a little stubborn, and I'm not talking about Nana. And done. All right, Haley, you can go. Come on, baby. Haley, come on. Good girl. Go on. Come on. Here, you get a treat. Oh, good girl. I think that was a huge success. I think our actresses kind of sucked. We could have got maybe some stand-ins, would have been a little bit better for our dogs. But for the most part, I think now that they feel the water, I think they're going to love it. I don't think I'm going to have to carry them next time. I think they'll just jump right in. We'll do a little follow-up on that. But hey, I think it looks great. I think as far as working, I think it's awesome. And I had fun building it. So I think it's definitely a home run. So hey, thanks for watching this week. And we'll catch you on the next one.